What would it be like if Vince and Hannah joined Neil with Cully for a heist? Well, I guess we will never know because Neil is dead, but we got a pretty cool what if scenario here. Here are my immediate thoughts on Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. Hey everyone, this is Lenny here. So I just got out of Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. This is the newest crime heist thriller that stars Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr., both reprising their roles from the 2018 hit Den of Thieves. This is written and directed by Christian Gudegast, and he returns as writer and director from the original film as well. And this follows Big Nick, played by Gerard Butler, as he is on the prowl trying to find Donnie, played by O'Shea Jackson Jr., as after the end of the last Den of Thieves, when Big Nick realized that Donnie was actually the mastermind of everything, he is searching for Donnie. We found out that Donnie was in France. It looks like he was getting ready for a big-time diamond heist. So the twist of this plot actually is when we meet up with Big Nick at the beginning of Den of Thieves 2, his life is completely in shambles, and Big Nick is a bull in a china shop. I mean, he's a great cop, but he's honestly a terrible person. And, you know, he's in divorce court. His divorce is over. He's broke and everything like that. And he finds out where Donnie is in France, catches up with him and is like, dude, I'm broke. I'm no longer a cop. Fuck this life. I want in on this heist. And Donnie's like, shit, what do I do? You're already here. So this movie is kind of wild. So the movie starts out with a heist, and it's pretty funny because I'm watching it and I'm like, Christian Gudegast clearly loves Michael Mann and clearly loves Heat and Thief and movies of that ilk, because there are shots that I'm watching it, just the pacing and the beats of it just totally reminded me of Heat. I wasn't complaining. It was just an observation that I was making. But that heist actually leads into something else because, see, O'Shea Jackson Jr. and his crew steals a diamond that actually belongs to the mafia. So they have to re-steal it back. And so what's great about this particular movie is really the chemistry between O'Shea Jackson and Gerard Butler, Big Nick, and Donnie. In the first Den of Thieves, it was really gritty, and we really got into the headspace of Big Nick and Donnie. But here, it kind of gets more into who they are in terms of, you know, being two sides of the same coin, and, you know, what a thin line it is between cop and criminal. And we see Donnie and Big Nick actually share moments of joy and friendship. And we see this budding relationship between the two of them. And you're watching this and it's like, yeah, it seems like Big Nick is in this life 100%. And there's all sorts of twists and turns and betrayals because this is a heist movie and it goes through a lot of those same tropes. And, you know, I would say Christian Gudegast as a heist director does a really good job of, you know, playing up a lot of those tropes, but still trying to, you know, throw in his own spin. There's a heist scene that's going on while a big soccer game is happening. And we kind of cut back and forth between the soccer game and everyone pulling off this heist. And it's cut and edited really well. I was really impressed. Another thing that I have to say about this movie, and this is just a thing about some heist movies in general, but we go through, you know, all the different types that are part of the heist crew. You know, you have your tech person, you have your muscle, you have the person that knows how to get around security, and that's, you know, how everything works in the heist movies. But the tech that they use in Den of Thieves 2 just blows my mind. They built a fucking car specifically to pull off this heist. They have stuff that they use that they can like use over cameras so that when they're walking through that the cameras don't see them. There's a suit with cameras on it that they use to case the vault. I mean, these guys, while brilliant at what they do in terms of diamond stealing, they really should be using their talents at NASA. So I'll admit that Den of Thieves 2 is actually a little bit more lighthearted than the first film. There's actually a little bit of comedy. There's a scene when Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson discovers that the diamond that O'Shea Jackson stole at the beginning of the movie belongs to the mafia. The mafia basically threatens them as like, get our fucking diamond back. They push them into the sea because they were on a yacht, and they push them into the sea. And there's like this weird comedic buddy comedy thing going on between O'Shea Jackson and Gerard Butler that sort of seems a little out of place, but I sort of understand why it's there because they're trying to, build up this rapport between O'Shea Jackson, between Big Nick and Donnie. But this is a globe-trotting movie, so, there's a lot of exotic locations in France that we see and all around Italy as well. And, this is really well paced, like I said, in terms of the action. There's actually a third act action scene in the freeways of France that is really well done. And again, there's all these twists and turns that you would expect with a heist movie like this. So I had a lot of fun with this movie. I would give this a high super hit. I don't think it was as good as the first Den of Thieves. I think that first film was a little bit more grittier, but I did enjoy that this movie actually got into the relationship a little bit deeper between Big Nick and Donnie. And, I'm not going to spoil anything, but hey, I'm pretty sure at some point, someone somewhere is going to want a Den of Thieves 3. But those are my immediate thoughts and feelings on Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. What did you guys think of the movie? Share your thoughts, leave your comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can get notifications as well. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care.